Hey everyone, it's Armor Gaming. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to Monster Legends. Welcome to an exclusive first look at the brand new corrupted monster, Clocksuko. This is going to be the monster available in the upcoming marathon. So hopefully this video helps you figure out whether or not you actually want to race for this monster. Let's go ahead and hatch him. Huge shout out to SP for giving me everything I need to make this video. They provided the monster, the cells, the food, and any gems I use will be reimbursed. And so he dances around and does like a time stop on the enemy team. Revenge of the Cats deals heavy magic damage to enemies, applies mega time stop and curse. See, I was right. You can see by the animation. Also a curse, that's nice. So it's cool because for those of you that don't know, that are new to the game, curse will remove 10% of HP and stamina, and then that doubles to 20%, and then it doubles again to 40%. So if the enemies are mega time stopped for 2 turns and they have curse, by the time the enemy monster actually gets to go and do an attack, the curse is going to be at its maximum potential. So when they first go, they're going to lose 10% of stamina and HP, and that's the first turn they can't attack because of time stop. On the next time they go, they still can't attack because of the second turn of the mega time stop, and then the curse is already up to 20 and 20 life, 20 stamina. And then when they finally go and they get to doing a turn in, that's when they're going to lose 40% of HP and stamina. That is crazy. If you happen to land this alt, the enemy is going to have over 10, 20, 40, what is that, 60, 70. They're going to have, they needed to start the game off with over 70 HP. But in those 2 turns, you probably attack them, apply dots, drain their stamina. So the enemy is done. When you get this kind of ultimate, assuming it lands on everyone, this is the game changer ultimate that wins you the game. It is a crazy powerful ultimate. Let's see this monster's lore. A master of time, but also time's eternal apprentice. He understands that there are certain rules. He cannot use his skills to change history, but he can pause time briefly or tweak little events here and there, knowing that in the end, time will always make things right. That is Clocksuko's lore. It makes him sound like such a powerful monster. Speaking of powerful, let's talk stats. His power stat is 7953. That is a very, very low power stat. It is actually the 3rd lowest stat in the game, tied with that of Ferrata. So that means there's only 2 other power stats that are lower than that of Clocksuko. Although that doesn't matter, he's a manipulator of time, so he doesn't need to attack with his fist. His HP stat is 89,273, and this is an average life stat. Cruel Electric, Equalaria, Ferrata, Kage, Minos, Royal Magus, Wormhole, Yao, they all have the exact same life stat as this monster. So again, average stat. And then the speed stat, which is typically what matters the most when it comes to denier oriented monsters, he's at 6336, which is also an average speed stat. There's a ton of monsters that have this stat. For example, King Charmless, Darker, Lady Male, Flamera, Ferrata, Sensei Panikin, Fae, and Master Rat. Notice I did mention Panikin, who's also denier, Flamera, who's a CDA denier, and I think Fae is also a possession monster. So yeah, it's in line with some of the other denier monsters, although there are also some faster ones. In terms of the traits on this monster, you have Hardened. At the beginning of the battle, you have protection against 20% of negative effects, and then you get an immune to daze, which I'm not a huge fan of for a rank 1 trait. I wish it would have been something better, but it is what it is, you know, He-Man's trait. And then we have cooldown immunity, which I really like. Right now, there's really not a lot of monsters that rely on CDA. Flamera recently became available in the bounty hunt, so a lot of players might prioritize Flamera, maybe rank her up a bit, and she does have AoE CDA, so maybe this will protect against her. But definitely in the future, as more and more monsters get released and more monsters with CDA, this is definitely going to come in handy. So I do like that cooldown immunity, and I like the Hardened. Again, the immune to daze, not a big fan of. The trait overall I would say is mediocre right now until that cooldown immunity gets even stronger. But stats wise, yeah, we also went over that. Honestly, not that impressive. Average stats across the board with the low power stat. But the skill set, that is what we're going to go deep into and talk about. We have Rooster's Peck. Deals moderate magic damage to an enemy. Applies Stamina Leak to an enemy. 30 stamina, 0 cooldown. Stamina Leak, not that impressive to me. Little Rabbit deals low magic damage. Transforms one enemy into baby. So you do have a spammable deny skill. At any time you want, you can transform an enemy into a baby, assuming you have the stamina for it. Pretty cool. We have Eternal Dragon. Restores all cooldown on itself and applies cooldown protection. Cooldown protection will block you from getting hit with CDA. Okay, wow, Fortune cooldown 50, that's steep. 54 stamina. God, I can't even pronounce it because of how high it is. That's too much stamina for me. I don't think I would run this unless specifically in a worst scenario, you know that you're going to have to reapply the cooldown immunity, because keep in mind, at rank 3, you do start off with the cooldown immunity already. Alright, so let's keep on going. Treacherous Rat. Oh, you know what I did realize? This monster has, this monster is like a Chinese New Year skill set monster. So Treacherous Rat deals moderate magic damage to one enemy, transforms one enemy into a baby, applies Stamina Leak to one enemy. So single target the enemy monster, you baby revert, and you Stamina Leak. Honestly, between this and your spammable baby skill, I just go with the spammable baby skill, Little Rabbit. Moving on, we have Tiger's Roar. Deals moderate magic damage to one enemy, applies time stop to all enemy monsters. So all the enemy monsters will lose their turn. That is amazing. Let's keep going. Carried by an ox, deals moderate magic damage to an enemy, applies mega time stop to one enemy. So you will immobilize an enemy monster for 2 turns. So the way I see this skill, especially if you have Clocksuko going first in the turn order, is that specifically you'll be taking on Megaton monsters. You will be able to mega time stop the enemy Megatons. If you're running Dispelling Fist, you remove Megatons and you prevent him from reapplying Megaton for 2 turns unless the enemy cleanses. That's pretty awesome. If there is no enemy monster with Megaton on the enemy side, then you can instead AoE time stop, and then if you have Dispelling Fist, you remove their positive effects. So I'm really liking this. A mega time stop is great. We'll definitely use that skill when we use it. We also have Monkey and Go, which transforms all enemies and allies into babies. I do not know how I feel about this skill yet. I need to figure out how I feel about it. So first of all, this deals no damage. So if you have a talent that activates with dealing damage, this won't trigger. You transform your team and the enemy into baby. I'm trying to figure out what is the point of this, because I don't see it. So if everyone transforms into a baby, and then everyone transforms back to normal, the turn order won't really change unless there's some discrepancies, right? Unless you have a monster going, like, unless the enemy monster going twice, your monster going twice before another monster, then that's where I can see it being beneficial. If you have a Megaton monster, then your Megaton monster will absorb the baby reversion. If the enemy doesn't have a Megaton monster, then all of them will get transformed to a baby, so maybe that's the mechanic there. So I'm trying to figure it out, when instead you could just run, I think he has an AoE baby, or no, oh, this monster doesn't have an AoE baby reversion, So I'm trying to figure out the mechanics of it. If you have an artifact monster, like maybe you bought Cruel Electric, then if you have Cruel Electric on your side, maybe you have a monster that's immune to control, one of the other Season 4 corrupted monsters immune to control, maybe you run all of them, maybe you have dodge area monsters, Clocksuko 2 dodge area monsters, and then you can do Monkey and Go, and it's basically baby reversion against the enemy. So I think there's potential for it. It's just going to be situational. I'll definitely partner him up with like Corrupted Wicca and Lady Meow, and we'll test out the baby reversion area skill, but it's interesting to me for sure. A Snake in the Horse transforms one ally into a baby, applies life regen and stamina regen. So this is a way to give your own ally, transforming into a baby, and obviously even when they're a baby they don't go. They'll still recover HP and they'll recover stamina, and then when they go again they'll get the HP and stamina. So it's a way to protect your monster in a way. Keep in mind, when you're a baby you can't be targeted. So unless the enemy has Pierce, you're good to go. Keep in mind though, if you do baby a Megaton monster, then your other monsters are susceptible. That Megaton monster is almost like it doesn't exist in the game. So interesting skill. Definitely some uses for it, although, I don't know, maybe in like the, what's it called, in the Titan dungeons, you can benefit from this more. And from the Monkey and Go, definitely in Titan dungeon, you can benefit a lot more from this. But we're definitely going to have to test some things out. You know what, I'm going to start with Monkey and Go, and we're going to try it out in the dungeon, just because I'm super curious about it. But in terms of an actual skill set, we'll have to come back to it. For sure the time stop, right? The mega time stop, and the AoE time stop, we'll do that for sure. And again, I see this monster more as a Dispelling Fist user that denies, which is rare because we're not really focusing on deniers. Or you can have someone else go first in the turn order that has Dispelling Fist, and then Clocksuko goes next, and he's like, I'm ready for you, suckers. And then the cool thing about him, let's look at his relics. Oh my gosh, double traps. Ooh. I'm not a fan of double traps. I am not a fan of it. I will say though, this is a magic monster, so if you're battling against a Spec, if Spec does the AoE fire-based attack, it's magic-based, so it won't deal as much damage, but maybe Spec triggers you to be below 50%, in which case your double Ablation Trap triggers or Nebulance Trap triggers, and you can drain enemy stamina. So it definitely has some uses, because then it'll exhaust the enemy stamina, right? If we run double this, and again, a Spec attacks me, I could drain the stamina, but then again, Spec could one-shot, one-kill me probably. But in terms of talents, if you turn them into a baby, maybe you run Burning Hands, and that way when they're a baby, they get burned, they transform back to an adult, and they get burned again. So I can see some uses with Burning Hands. I see a lot of usage with not Dispelling Fist. I see a lot of usage with this monster going maybe second in the turn order or third in the turn order, and running, where is it? Banishing Touch. Banishing Touch. What does that look like? I don't use it enough. That is obviously not it. Dispelling Fist. So we're going to do some videos with Dispelling Fist. But Banishing Touch, is it this one? Banishing Touch. After damaging with the skill, target's level is below 50, deals magic damage, and applies a 2-turn death countdown. So Banishing Touch, imagine that, Banishing Touch, when you're transforming all the enemies into... Okay, I think I can see synergy. You do Tiger's Roar to Banishing Touch everyone, and then on the next turn, you transform them into a baby. Because even if your monster's transformed into a baby, it doesn't matter. As long as the enemy, like they lost their turn with time stop, and then you baby reversion them, that's how I can see the mechanic going. So maybe this is a really good Banishing Touch user, so we'll have to showcase that as well. But first I want to showcase Monkey and Go by itself. In terms of runes, this monster is going to be interesting. So I want to give him 3 speed. because my initial idea, I don't even have 3 speed. It's all on the other monsters. Okay, there we go. 3 speed runes. My first idea is just to run him with Dispelling Fist, and once again, just to cleanse enemy Megaton, and then go from there. Then he has Denial. He has the baby, and he has a time stop. Single baby more often than none. So let's go Dispelling Fist, and we'll see what we can do. But first, let's showcase him in the dungeon. Okay, so for this first round, here's Clocksuko, and here's the Megaton monster. So watch what happens when I do Monkey and Goat. All the enemies transform into a baby, and once again, my Megaton monster absorbs the baby. And then if we just go ahead and recharge everything, oh, they might be way too slow. Yeah, so don't worry about it. We will go on to the next one. So on this next battle, I'm going to swap him out for a monster that's immune to control. I believe it's Frost. Frost is immune to control, and then we have a dodge area as well. So let's click fight. So once again, you could potentially use Monkey and Goat when your team is immune to getting turned into a baby or has dodge area. Monkey and Goat, and look, baby reversion blocked, but you yourself, you are susceptible to it. So I did get transformed into a baby. So that's unfortunate, but yeah, there we go. Okay, so just wanted to showcase that and how even though it does transform your own team into a baby, there are some ways to prevent it. Obviously, if your monsters are not immune or anything like that, they will be, what's the word, babyfied. So let's use them. Fight. Let's speed through this. Monkey and Goat. And then, look, it's all babies, and then they're back to adults because their turn went. So wanted to start off by showcasing that. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is do some PvP battles, and this is where things are going to get really interesting. So again, the first strategy is just use him as a denier. So I want to do the Mega Time Stop for the enemy Megatons. I want to do the AoE Time Stop, and I might just baby the enemy monster turn 1 with the Little Rabbit skill. So that fourth and final skill, what am I going to run? Monkey and Goat, Snake in the Horse, transforms one ally into a baby. I don't think I need that. Modern Magic Damage transforms one. No, I don't need that. Stamina Leak. I don't need that either. So, you know what? I might as well run the baby reversion skill. Even if... Yeah, we'll see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. We'll see what happens. So, assuming I'm running him, assuming I'm running Megaton Monster, last thing I need is an attacker. I think it makes the most sense to bring an attacker that wouldn't get transformed into a baby. You know, just in case I need, like, something happens to Shelly or something. So, this is the kind of team I would develop with this monster. And I am running Dispelling Fist, so everything is good to go. Once again, I am allowed to do PvP, however, I'm not allowed to win the battles because that would be totally unfair. I think this is by far going to be the most interesting monster for me. So let's click fight. Look at that, 2 Time Lords battling it out. So here's what I really, really enjoy. That monster right there, Tabor, could cleanse. But if I start off with the baby skill, deals low magic damage, transforms one enemy into a baby. If I start off with this skill and Dispelling Fist, Tabor can't cleanse it away, right? So that Megaton monster is out of the game up until it gets a turn order. So this is pretty cool. It's a baby, it can be cleansed away. Doesn't matter if Tabora does the cleansing skill, I'm good to go. So I think that's a pretty nifty mechanic. And so in the meantime, my attacker is able to go and attack, kill the enemy monsters for when the Megaton monster comes back. So watch, this is a good showcase. Earlier I read a comment that Clocksuko isn't that great. I disagree. I think the monster is fantastic, and I think seeing him now, like actually using him in battle, I think he's even more fantastic. Like he became a lot more interesting to me with that whole, like, what is it called? Area, AoE is area of effect. AoA, like, attacks everything is interesting. We'll recharge, because here, check this out. Once he transforms back, he can't attack, right? He just got transformed back. Then what do? Then you Mega Time Stop the enemy. Carried by an Ox. Now he's Mega Time Stopped. Now he literally can't do anything for 2 full turns. Like, Clocksuko might be one of the better Dispelling Fist users in the game. Again, I'm not a fan of the double trap. It definitely has its uses, but overall I'm not a fan of it. Oh, look. He is now immune to Time Stop. Why don't I go ahead and turn him into a baby again? And then you can just kind of go back and forth. It's so interesting. It is so interesting. Alright, let's go again. I hope I battle bases that don't have a Megaton, just so I can specifically use the area baby reversion. Nope, still Megatons. Alright, favorite trick, Soul Leader. I got hit with CDA. Hey, guess what? I'm immune to CDA, so that doesn't touch me. Although I do have a problem with stamina. My stamina got drained. That's a problem. I have to recharge. Fortunately, for my attacker, it has dodge area. So Clocksuko is not a top monster, but synergizes really good with dodge area monsters, in my opinion. We're going to do a rush. We're going to rush. Might as well. We'll wait for Clocksuko to get a turn in. I actually wasn't paying attention to cooldowns. So cooldowns, let's see. Oh no, last time I just got stamina drained, right. So, let's just transform everyone into a baby for fun. Let's say I was scared that let's say Lady Meow couldn't kill them. I'd go Monkey and Goat. There are babies. We're good to go. Clocksuko could, If I had a self-skill, I could take the time to do a self-skill. I'm just going to recharge in this case. They're back to adults. I'm back to an adult. Shelly's back to an adult. And then, yeah. So you got to be careful with the whole baby mechanic, right? But that's a situation where, like, maybe I do a setup skill for Lady Meow so that once I attack, I'm able to go and, like, eliminate the enemy monster. So, interesting. Very interesting. And then I definitely want to showcase the Banishing Touch mechanic because that's a whole different way of using Clocksuko. Such a versatile monster, I think. He might be my favorite monster so far from Season 4. Because, honestly, the other ones have been kind of disappointing. So, I don't know. I'm liking this guy a lot. Okay, finally. We can go straight into the baby reversion. So, realistically, the way it would work, I think you could synergize the team to where you would start off by... Actually, the first thing I want to do here is... Do I want to baby everyone? Based on the turn order... yeah, whatever, we'll do it. So we will go... Where is it? Tiger's Roar. No, where is it? Monkey and Goat. Shelly absorbs it. Alright, so they're all babies. Again, this would be the perfect time. Like, I'm not a big fan of setup skills because they could always be cleansed away. This would be the perfect time to set up a triple damage, a double damage, right? My Lady Meow doesn't have anything, so I just have to recharge. But this would be the perfect setup time. And then, oh look, you're back to an adult. This is where I mega time stop you. So now the enemy monster is done for 2 turns, right? And now, again, normally if I set up a triple damage, double damage, whatever, and then I just, bam, I kill the monster that's back to an adult. Oh look, let me time stop you. So now they're both immobilized. Oh wow, he can have time stop and mega time stop? What the heck? Alright, I'll just recharge here. And then Lady Rabbit. Oh look, time stop. Let's transform you into a baby. Oh, it missed. Alright, well let's kill you then. Boom. And then Nicolaria over there is busy being time stopped. I'll recharge. And then I will go ahead and turn you into a baby. Yeah, and you can keep denying. You can chain deny like that. Like baby, time stop, baby, time stop, baby, time stop. This is really cool, really fun. And again, we don't need to use Shelly. We could use, here's a perfect monster we can use. We can, come on, tell me I have team speed. Yes, I do. Perfect. This is an attacker, so it doesn't really work well. Actually, this is a good showcase. Like, this monster does have a self-skill, triple damage as well. So, let's run. Yeah, see, there's the triple damage skill. Actually, we won't even use Lady Meow. We'll use this monster. I think it's a better showcase because he can set up the triple damage. So we'll do that. Strength Rune. We'll do another Strength Rune if I have it. Perfect. And then we'll do a team... gosh, I don't want to do Shelly. It'd realistically be anyone else that is immune to control. It could be Frozzy. I don't think I have level 10 team speed, though. But it could be any team speed holder. I guess we'll do Frozzy just because he's immune to control. So it works with him. Plus, he has evasion as well. Sure, why not? It doesn't even matter. I primarily want to showcase this. So let's click fight. And this will potentially be a good one. Potentially. So, click fight. Oh, he has Pierce, so it doesn't work that well. But the whole idea being, first thing I'm going to do is get rid of that, get rid of the Mega Taunt. And I'm going to go ahead and do the time stop, even though I know it could probably be cleansed away. That's fine. So, created by Nox. Bam. Alright. This is where I'm going to set up Caster Beans, triple damage, and we will do the... Ooh, I can do major damage reduction, huh? Or total damage reduction. Haha, no Pierce for you. Oh, I forget he has taunt. Now, he killed me. That's fine. Short and Swift, Staff Form. He Mega Froze me. Aw. Sadness. I didn't get to pull off the combo I wanted to pull off. Ideally, it's against a non-Mega Taunt monster, so I think Clocksuko in wars, he is really going to shine. Tell me there's no Mega Taunt. Tell me we're good. Ah, there's a Mega Taunt. Darn it. Because what I want to be able to do, hopefully you guys realize, I want to be able to turn everyone into a baby. Meanwhile, I set up, and then when they turn into an adult, I AoE. That's the strategy I'm going for here. But let's go ahead and do Carried by Ox, Baby Reversion. Let's go with Carried by Ox. Because they can't cleanse. Alright, I will do the Caster. See, I don't have a top monster, so I'm in trouble here. Maybe I'll do Frozzy with we'll do that. Neural. I don't think it'll do much. I might get OTK'd. We'll see. Because he can attack. Pure Quest. Yeah, don't attack me. Don't attack my Corrupted Wicca. Don't attack Corrupted Wicca. And then just powerful, like, AoE. You know, just boom! Blast the enemy. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, definitely in PvP, he is going to shine. I think what I need to do... I might get denied, but hey, we're trying things out. I'm trying my best to mimic the situation. So let's do Frozzy. Frozzy, what are you? Earth. And we'll run him. Honestly, there just needs to not be a Megaton monster. That's honestly all it comes down to. So let's try again, hoping there's no Megaton monster. If there is, again, I hope that you guys get the main idea of what I'm going for. Of just the setup skills. Okay, perfect. He's immune to control. No, he's immune to freeze. Okay, no, this is the perfect showcase. Assuming I live. Okay, so perfect showcase right here. I would do, where is it? Monkey and goat transform everyone into a baby. There we are. And then in that meantime, oh, he stayed. So here, let's do that. Doesn't even matter. And then I would set up the triple damage. And then they all are going to transform back into adults, right? Adult, whatever. And then, okay, that monster got to turn in, assuming I have the stamina. Hey, I'm good on stamina. I'll do, here, let me save myself. Oh, I just realized this is 2-turn evasion. That's awesome. And then I go with the triple damage, and then you blast everyone to smithereens, right? Obviously, I could OTK, but I'm not going to do that. So we're just going to exit out. But that's the cool combo you can do there. All right, so fun monster, Clocksuko, very powerful. The next thing I want to do is actually showcase this monster, not as a primary, like going first in the turn order and denying, although he's really good at that. The next thing I want to do with this monster is a Banishing Touch user. Because I haven't really been focusing on Banishing Touch, but with his denial potential, it's good. And you're not going to reapply Banishing Touch when you do your baby skill, because that one deals no damage. So he's a fantastic Banishing Touch user. So what we're going to do here, we just want to make sure he deals enough damage, so we're probably going to rock him with some strength. And we need someone else going first to... get rid of the enemy... Megataunt and to deal some damage. So maybe Clocksuko goes last in the turn order or something? I don't know. Let's have fun with him. Who has strength? You have strength. Clocksuko is such a fun monster. Alright, Armor, we're going to get rid of all your strength. I think one day I am going to have to actually get rid of them. Alright, so we're going to go double strength on Clocksuko because he's level 100. Remember, you just need to damage one monster to 50% and it'll trigger on everyone. And I guess we might as well do Frozzy. Speed. So in this case, you want Frozzy or whoever's fast, you want them to be your Dispelling Fist user because they're going to be the one that takes it away, the Megataunt. And then that's when your monster goes in with a time stop and hopefully Banishing Touch triggers. We're going to run a Megataunt monster just for extra speed. Boom, boom, boom. I think we are good. This is going to be interesting. You know what? I'm going to take Clocksuko to 150 just to make sure he's dealing enough damage. I might even just do one strength. Okay, let's see how these battles go. Yeah, because I worry that I might battle like 130s. Yeah, I'm worrying that I'm battling 130s, but we'll see. We'll see how this goes. This will be the general idea of it, nonetheless. So, normally there'd be one Megaton monster, right? And then you would go, yeah, it deals a nice amount of damage. Well, that's a single. Even this deals a nice amount of damage. So, we can see it on data list, right? Time stop. Oh, it didn't trigger. Ooh, it did not trigger. All right, let's go Molecular Barrage. All right, so we'll get another chance. We will get, assuming you don't... Okay, he time stop. Okay, let's just do another battle, actually. So one where there's not two Megaton monsters, because it works against one Megaton basis. Alright, so on to the next one we go. Let's see this one. Let's see. Okay, this is perfect. Assuming I deal enough damage, right? Which hopefully I should. Let's deal some damage with Molecular Barrage, Dispelling Fist. Okay, yeah, this is perfect. This is exactly like... Look at the potential of this monster as a Banishing Touch user. So we're going to go with Tiger's Roar. Oh gosh, it's too strong! No! Oh, it's too strong! What the heck? Darn it, I should have looked at their levels. They were 130s. They have revival. Shoot. Alright, we'll just Monkey and Goat for fun. Again, it won't trigger because they are... Darn it. On to the next one. Let's see. I was too strong. I gotta look at their levels before I attack them. Alright, 140, 137, 148. Okay, I think I can damage them. Oh yeah, so Molecular Barrage. Okay, good. And then we'll go not carried by Ox, Tiger's Roar. Kills Panda. I'm too strong. But there we go. Banishing Touch triggered on Hardy, right? Which is the whole thing that we wanted. And then he got time stopped, so he wasn't able to do anything. Okay. Here, let me Quantum Lock over here. Oh, whoops. Didn't want to kill you. Let's go Deeper Birth. Recharge. And then the next thing you would do is, not Little Rabbit, Monkey and Goat transforms all enemies into a baby. Let's just make sure. So this is on a curse countdown 1 turn. If we Monkey and Goat, it deals no damage. So Banishing Touch does not re-trigger. And there he goes. He's dead. fantastic Banishing Touch user. Obviously, when it's 150s versus 150s, things would align a lot better, and you'll definitely be able to pull it off, where you time stop and trigger, and then you baby reversion, and they're dead. Clocksuko is awesome, guys. He's a great denier with Dispelling Fist, and he's a great Banishing Touch user. He's fantastic. Oh, 137. Okay, perfect. I might be able to pull it off here. So we're going to do the inhibitor, major damage. Yeah, we'll do inhibitor. Panicking can do whatever. I think this will be the perfect showcase. Yeah, I'm hoping it will be. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Don't kill me. Don't deny me. I think I might get denied. Oh, I'm alive. Okay, good. All right, so Tiger's Roar. Ha, it's not going to trigger. Darn it, because I killed Daedalus. Why can't you be a 150 Daedalus? All right, Barrage. Yeah, okay, again, but I think by now you guys get the general idea of what I'm going for. Recharge, let's transform them all into babies. I don't get turned into a baby because I'm immune to control. So then I'm able to go and attack. Here, I'm scared, let me evasion. Yeah, so great synergy, I think. Great monster, fantastic monster. If all things are equal and you're not OTKing and you can actually trigger Banishing Touch, like maybe I should have done one Strength Rune and it would have been better. So I wouldn't OTK Daedalus. We could really see the potential in Clocksuko as a Banishing Touch user, but also as a Dispelling Fist user. You guys saw it. I'll definitely make some more videos on him. He's my favorite of the bunch so far. But that's just my opinion. I want to hear about you guys. What do you guys think about Clocksuko based on everything I reviewed, based on the exclusive first look? Any and all thoughts, let me know in the comments below. Thank you very much, and remember to subscribe.